Hello everybody and welcome back to Mark Ring Productions. Today we're playing more 7 Days to Die. So I hope you like the video. If you do, please leave a like, and as always if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. So let's get started. Right, so off camera I've been doing a lot of work now, as you probably can see, and there's a screamer. I'm just gonna go and bring everything, so die. So I just started on the actual kind of house portion of the base itself. Just replaced the wood with concrete. Didn't do too much, but I did most of the inside here, as you can see. But this is of course the big thing. So I've extended the platform with another 2 blocks. This no means of course this is flush finally. Oh, okay. Which gives a little bit more space to put more wood spikes, and we actually got 5 layers of wood spikes, which is pretty decent, I would say. Did you die or are you trying to clone away? I don't know. I also of course did this, so now we got the entirety of the concrete ramp here done. So from a distance, I believe this was one, right? Can't see any over there. From a distance it looks like this, so I think it looks pretty cool. Gotta just remove this kind of stuff here, but yeah. So the kind of next step right now is to continue digging this stuff here out. At least just getting down the at least get down the rebar, because at the moment it's gonna be a little bit annoying for zombies to actually get up here. As also the min mark too. This is very uneven, of course, because I, dug some holes. I dug up a nitrate in areas and stuff. So, so that's that. I didn't go any further here though, so I just put down. It's basically connected the stuff here and put down the wood ramps again. I will probably do it around the entire base, I would say. But I'm not actually entirely sure if I will. But yeah, I also redesigned the ramp as well, so it looks like this. It's only 2 ramps of this bit sticking out there, which I like a lot more. I have to say, this is also a lot more permanent now. If I do break my leg, I think I can still put a wood frame there, right? Yeah, I can. Nice. So that's that. No, I did actually do another test, and so basically this stuff here is not drying up. This has been there for, I don't know, like 15 episodes or something now. Like 30 hours, and it's not drying. I replaced that one there and that one there to check if it has anything to do with the fact there's a blade trap on the top, as you can see, enough to dry, which means it doesn't actually matter. So it seems like it's basically spot itself just makes it not dry. Because I haven't well, I don't actually know if there is concrete will only dry under certain conditions. And of course I attempted that with both having one which was underneath a blade trap and the other one which was actually free floating, well, had an air block on top. So I don't know, but yeah. I also just raided this panel here a little bit. I will grab the concrete underneath. I can't, unfortunately. Like I said, I was gonna probably take all 3 generator banks and connect them up to the same one. Unfortunately, that's not possible. You can only have one input and one output to a switch. So that was kind of unfortunate. So basically, well, I guess what I could have done is. That's true. Actually, the output is no problem because I can just output a relay, but I can't input a relay either because a relay can only have one input. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do. I don't actually think there is a way to connect up multiple generators to the same switch. It seems like. I'm gonna probably experiment a little bit more with it, but if you do know, please let me know. So yeah. Anyways, the plan for today is just going to be continue doing some digging, continue doing, well, just putting down the concrete pad there, as well as just upgrade all of this to concrete. It's interesting enough, there's actually There is the rebar frame inside corners, but it's not actually any rebar frame corners or full corners. So I'm not sure why, but it basically meant I had to use the wet one instead there. And this one I gotta figure out what to do here. But yeah, this is the. Okay. I don't know. So yeah. I think like all the wiring and stuff is fine though. Anyways, I'm just gonna continue this, replacing this with concrete, and then I'll see in a bit. Right, so I'm finally finished with the tunnel. It didn't take too long, but yeah. No, so I just started digging, and I found some really interesting things. I don't know, I could have made so. Is there a... I don't know. That's interesting. So, I just filled my intro. So I'm gonna just probably, I guess, during the next night section, I'll go ahead and just dig some stuff, yeah. So, I'm just gonna come out, it's also current daytime, so yeah. That. So that wasn't too bad. Interesting. Okay, I thought there was a second one, yeah. Oh wow. Oh. Hello. Is that feral? Hello, are you feral or you're not? You're not. Right guys, so I've been doing a little bit of work off camera, as you probably can see. Started laying down the concrete. I guess I'll just continue now. I was actually gonna finish this before I continue playing, but recording, but oh well. So yeah, I just basically took down this part. I'm also gonna do this part here now too. So that's at least the plan. Now I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do like in the rest of the base, so I think I'm just gonna like do this part and then just probably leave it. Yeah, we'll have to see. So now I have actually realized one important thing. Even though like I'm already here, like I'm only halfway, not even halfway, like what I was planning to do, which is like this entire area here. Plus, when that's done, I'm still not even halfway done to this front part. So like, it's gonna take a very long time before I'm actually finished with all this. So I think actually what I'm going to do is after Horde Night, actually only 1.5 days, I'm gonna go and spend probably a couple days off camera, might do some time lapse and stuff, we'll see, with probably periodic updates, but yeah, well, where I just basically like dig out the rest all the way over to the screamer trap. So dig out the rest and then like put down the concrete and Maybe just want to work on base 2, but yeah. So at the moment, I think everything is like upgraded and stuff. Actually, no. Yeah, my blade traps are broken. So there's a lot of things we need to fix before Horde Night, though, which is good. It's actually really only the blade traps. That's it, so yeah. So that shouldn't be too bad. So I'm hoping at least. Yeah, so I think that's going to be the plan. I'm going to think a little bit more about it, but yeah. So, anyways, I'll see you when I guess I'm done with this. Right, so actually it was another screamer, and I got a 400 pistol. That's pretty nice. Go and put in those. Doesn't matter, I think. Yeah, so I'm almost finished now. I just get a little bit more stuff to do, so yeah, I'll be right back. And finished. Well, almost. So I basically took I put down the reaper all the way from basically all the way from this corner right here, the concrete right down there, and then all the way over, and as much as this way I wanted to go. What the? Okay. I didn't do it all the way because I want to get a little bit, like, a couple blocks I can get in there and like dig further. But yeah, so it doesn't look like a lot, but that was like about a little more than 1100 concrete though. Well, rebar. And like, yeah, because I used 1036 on this. I think I could plus a little bit more. I think about 1050, and those over like 100 more to place. So yeah, I actually ran out of concrete though. So well, this is everything I left. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. It's a little bit less. Oh, okay. I ran complete out. So this is the rest I have. I still have more like cement. I was like, we're just making a batch, I guess. Yeah, let's just do that. So I just usually do let's grab as much cement as I can get, and how much can I make? So I can make 26,000. Please, man, yeah. Limited on cement. So yeah, that should be fine. Not too much. Well, I would actually have this amount of rebar left. Yeah, okay, fine. So let's just like head downstairs. So I'm gonna get all the rebar, all the cement on there, and refills. I don't think there's anything else. So I haven't played for quite some time, so I can't really remember like what we're actually producing down there. I think we are. Remember, I think we're producing something in the. Is it antibiotics? I think. Oh, okay. I guess I finished then. Alright, yeah, we're producing more oil shale, that's true. So, well, gas. So I think last time I actually did some math and I got them wrong. Because they only stack to 1,000, which means I can only make 6,000. So I can only like make 60. I believe. So make 100 each. Yeah. I guess that actually take a little bit of time. Tons of oil shell, which is nice. Then we got in here tons of cement. So that's basically all the stone I got from digging that. So how much wood is there? This much. So all the stone I got from digging that tunnel, which is actually quite long. I think during the night I'm going to go and expand this though to a. Well, I want to build it like this. So we're just going to like expand it to a. What's that? 3x5. And then I'm gonna do something else with it. So yeah. Because I need to get more stone basically. I think I need a little more sand too. I'm not doing the. Yeah, I could probably do it both actually. So they actually make any. So they didn't make the antibiotics yet, because I had like sham sandwiches and moldy bread. I just made them into antibiotics. Get a little bit more glue, but whatever. Got tons. Probably start to making duct tape. Actually, I don't need that much duct tape. Yeah. Well, I was gonna start making oil, wasn't I? Let's make it out of that. So oil. So the problem with oil is you need empty cans, and there isn't actually a crafting recipe for empty cans, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. I feel there should be one. So because of that, the only real way you can get is like from looting as well as from eating like canned food. You get a can. The only problem is like one can is really not going to do a lot. Alright, that's true. I made a bunch of repair kits, didn't I? So basically what I decided to do is, if I basically get a shortage of cans, I'm gonna go and like spawn in like 500 or so and just like find something here which is like equivalent to value. Whoa. What's that? Yeah. My world is actually getting like more and more weird and messy. There's like chunk glitches all the time now. I actually figured out how to fix them apparently though. You really only need to update the block. Yeah. This happens like, I'm not sure why, but like ever so often like the amount of like air pockets just grow. I think it actually might be because I'm actually taking like water from the lake, but yeah. The water physics in this game is not the best, I have to say. So basically, Alright, I actually making glass. Oh wait. Okay, so I'm making more forged iron apparently. I need to actually get my forges running with steel because I'm not mistaking. I have quite a lot of raw iron now. I'll actually keep this chest for raw iron, I guess. Well, let's keep this chest for raw iron and then the other chest for like everything else. A little bit of item sorting, which I do actually quite often, actually. I did cut it out though, but yeah, whatever. Let's do that. Tons of glass jars. Probably make some bottled water. So because again, I need glue. Well, I need murky water for glue. So yeah. Now, is there anything we need? Yeah, I need more clay for something. I can't remember what it was, but I think I actually needed something, like clay for something. Clay there. I might actually need to like make more steel though. Well, start like it's basically like start melting them more. Anyways, I'm just gonna go and do a little bit of sorting off camera and do some bunch of stuff, and then I'll see what we'll do. So yeah. Right then, so I'm just kind of working on is I'll just come down to the basement here and just start working a little bit more on the flooring here. I'm gonna put all of this to steel walls, just because reasons. So yeah, I'm gonna start with just upgrading everything to concrete though. Figured out that I need to like just turn this into concrete first so I can convert to steel, because if not it will be most likely forgotten. So yeah, let's go more steel too, so I can actually upgrade all this to steel. Then we're more set. I'm not gonna put that stuff out there to steel, neither this one nor whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna put this to steel, I'm pretty sure. I will upgrade this to steel though. Like this basically. Okay, apparently all of them broken, which would be very annoying, but yeah. And also all of this will turn to steel, although this will be basically the new door. Go and break for this. Still actually quite slower than Augur, which I guess is actually kind of nice, because this is what will be protecting me. So it's actually one that's quite strong. I don't think I'll upgrade my like the kind of living quarters upstairs though. I don't know. Yeah. You are pretty sure I can break that. Yeah, I should probably steal you too. So yeah, I'm also gonna go and replace this floor with concrete at one point, but that of course means I need to double chests, all test like, well, I need space to support everything because yeah, I don't want everything to fall down basically. Let's not carry this very loud chainsaw. So this is that. So this will no longer be in, like the entrance to get down. I will actually be replaced with this. So yeah, should be fine, which means I can put on you. Yeah. We get the door and stuff here, enable the door basically, and then just need like create all of this to steel. Can't change this now by the way, because it's a little bit too much HP for me to dig out with the ogre. So yeah. Now I'm still not quite sure, like, if I'm going to add a second wall. I kind of want to like add another, like, this pillar wall, like probably 2 blocks in, which would be like here. But I'm still not quite sure if I will, just because there's a lot of space there. The reason is because we actually know that they can break through this. Now, at this point, I do of course have a nail gun, which will mean I can repair a lot faster. But still, I don't think it's fast enough. Even like with a nail gun, I think. Basically, so last time, of course, what happened was that we had a couple like very tough zombies that was like continuously hitting in one block, which actually ended up with just quite simply the block being just too weak. So I may add like another wall, but we'll have to figure it out. In the next bases I'm going to do in the next season for Alpha 17, I will add, well, I will actually design my base quite differently actually. So first I'm not going to actually like, I'm not going to take over, I'm going to start in a POI, but I will actually make a standalone base like I did in last season. So this works, but parts of the reason, like I don't need to get rid of this floor, nor this floor here. The reason I do want to do that is because of sleepers. So the annoying thing about Alpha 16 is that you can't really live in POIs any longer, which is kind of sad in my opinion. The reason is quite simply because if I reset my bed, like for example when I go to the town looting, for example over here, when I reset the bed, because this is actually a POI, or was a POI, sleepers will spawn, and like, so that basically means that whenever I get back home after like one of those trips, there will be like a couple ferals in this place basically. So like, I think last time there was like 2 ferals up here, and there was this feral and a normal zombie I believe downstairs, and this base is not really designed for like dealing with that. So there really isn't a way to fix that. The only way to remove sleeper spawns is actually having a bedroll. And of course, because I moved my bedroll to the town, well, yeah, you can only have that. Land claim blocks does not work. The only thing that works with a POI is replacing the floor. Or at least that's just supposed to work. I don't know if that actually works, but that's what I've heard. So basically that will basically reset the, I don't know, basically like they can only spawn like on, I guess, POI floors. They can't spawn on like just any floor. So if you replace that, we'll be fine. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna finish like doing this and probably do a couple other things off camera too. I'm thinking like probably continue a little bit of this. I'm going to continue build that tunnel up. I'm just going to make it wider, as well as maybe do some mining stuff off camera, and I'm going to see you back probably in the morning of day 41. So just quickly before I leave, I'm going to space at that time to wrap up now, but let's check out the skills actually, because I got 79 skill points at this point. Now I have actually taken a couple of skills off camera. Nothing important. I have maxed out science. That was to get like the min bike maxed out and the auger and chainsaw. But actually that's the only one though. With the exception of the, oh, I haven't taken it. I'm still not scavenging 60. Wow. I did take this treasure hunt to level 3. I also took, I don't need the battery backup thing. Wait, what? Yeah, that's a schematic. I'm actually thinking about like taking some points into gun stuff, because at this point there really isn't like any like utility skills left actually. Yeah, it's just like do it yourself. I don't really care about any of those. Range traps. Even though I was kind of planning to get them, at this point I don't really need them. Like just because I can buy them. We definitely want shotgun shell crafting. I think it was 9mm. We don't really. Sure, let's just get them. I guess doesn't really matter. It would be kind of nice like getting a secret stash up too. Also like both of those. Sometimes I guess. There's still a couple ones I'm missing, which are kind of important. Like at this point, it's mainly on like damage ones. Guns, if it don't really matter. I've taken like health nut just kind of steadily, which means this point I can get up to 220 minutes. I should probably get one more level of that, or forget about it. That's about it though, actually. Yeah. Like even like Pummel Pete, for example, I haven't taken any levels off. Well, one level, with like 3 points probably. I was like better led than dead. I haven't taken any levels. Should probably take like one level, whatever. So we're still missing quite a lot of things, but I'm actually currently level 180 though. But I do get like with this ogre, I do get quite a low levels. Like digging all of this. Like I only dug the bottom block. I think this is rewarding me like 7 levels or something. So it is actually quite decent. And like the tunnel over to the desert granted me like 5 levels or something, I believe. So yeah. This thing is quite good. Like just like going tree chopping gives me like a couple levels each time. So yeah. Anyways guys, that is going to be it for today. So I hope you liked the video. If you do, please leave a like. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and goodbye.